Hi everybody, Morgana Galaxia here, and oh my god, I'm back. I haven't made a video for you guys in several months, and it's been a while, but I am back, and I'm really excited to be with you guys to do some more tarot reading on politics, and I think at some point I'm going to branch out into some other things. But for today, for sure, I'm going to get back into what I love to do, and that's some political tarot reading. So, it's been a long time since I put out a video. For all of my viewers, I certainly hope you find me again and that you come back and watch. And hopefully, there's a lot of new people out there just catching my video. So, welcome if this is your first time seeing me do some tarot. So, this time around, I didn't really want to come back until I knew I was going to be consistent and serious. And I also want to do a little upgrading, bring it up to the next level. So hopefully you'll see that in this video and going forward. And with that said, let's get into it. So there obviously has been so much going on these last many months. But, I got to start somewhere, right? So today I'm going to get started with Roger Stone. Ooh, he's a unique cat. I know all of you guys probably know exactly who he is. Let's just say he's got a big old tattoo of Nixon on his back. He's a Nixon devotee. He's just bad news. He's a shady dealer. He's one of those kind of dark shadow people that makes the bad things happen for bad people and for Trump. So anyways, he has been subpoenaed by the January 6th committee. And, it's a pretty new subpoena, so I don't think we've gotten a response yet, whether he's going to show or not. I want to take a quick look-see at Roger Stone. I think just today, to ease us back in, I'm going to do some quickies, all right? I'm going to hit a few people, just some nice, easy three-carders to get back into these people's energies. So, when I settle into Roger Stone, it's just icky, it's just icky, sticky, like a spider, weaving webs, laying eggs, just, dark. Okay, so Roger Stone, I'm going to do a little reading here on Roger Stone. What can you tell us about Roger Stone's response to this, the January 6th committee subpoena? How is Roger Stone going to react to his being called in to testify by the January 6th committee? Okay. So let's take a look. I'll bring you down like I used to. All right. Roger Stone. Oof. Okay. Okay. And okay. So what I've got going here is the Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Hanging Man. Now, let's just bring this back up, and then I'll show you. Okay, so Roger Stone, what's going on? We're starting off with the Four of Swords. So this is the retreat card. Could be illness and sickness. But this is basically going to tell me, he's kind of going to play dead, all right? He's going to resist. He's not going to want to show himself. He's going to want to seclude himself, maybe go into hiding, just kind of lay low, not be active. He's going to kind of run under the radar a little bit. So I think he's going to kind of play dead here and not just try and be as uninteractive as possible with this committee and everything surrounding it. We're followed here with the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the Knight of Cups. I'm sorry if there's any glare here. So the Knight of Cups is telling me just that there's a lot of emotion and passion here. And I think this is going to his intent and the things that drive him. He sees himself as a big deal, a mover and shaker, as someone who makes things happen, gets things done, that people come to when they want some battles fought. He's he's a soldier. He's a loyal soldier kind of for the darkness. And with these cups, that's telling us that, as much as this guy might be a money grubber or, into money, essentially it's related to the emotions, the feelings that he gets off of what he's doing, the satisfaction that he might get of bringing people down, or the thrill that he might get when he's breaking the law, the pride he feels when important people come to him for assistance of any kind. So I think with the cups, this guy is driven emotionally, definitely not by the positive emotions. So it's just the pride, the ego, the excess. Okay, ego is what we're talking about here. This guy's got a huge one, and he sees himself as a soldier because of that emotional intent that's driving him forward. Another feeling I'm getting with this card right here is that they're seeing him as a source of information. That cup runneth over. He's got a lot of information. They want to call this aspect of him forward in the committee. So they see him, like he might see himself as a mover and shaker and a doer and someone who people go to. That's how the committee recognizes him as well. He's got full cups. He has information. He's got stuff to spill, and they want to bring him in to spill that. And they see him as someone who's got some serious information with this night element. This is not lower level, maybe a few emails, what kind of conversation. No, this guy has higher level information that he needs to spill for that committee. And for the result, we've got the Hanging Man. So, I would love to say, oh, this means he's going to jail. And it could mean that. But what it means is he's going to be hung up. He's going to be tied up. So it's possible that this is either the delay that he's causing, refusing to come and testify, or them holding him in contempt of the committee, and he might have to sit in the cell until he changes his mind about showing up. So either way, he's going to be strung up, he's going to be delayed, he's going to be hung up, and it's of his own doing. It's his own fault. It's his own behavior that's going to lead to that. So yeah, I would say based on the fact that, yeah, they super want him to come and dish. He's not gonna come, and I think they're gonna hold him in contempt. All right, that's what we're seeing for Roger Stone. So in a similar vein, let's take a look at Alex Jones. So I've seen his show. I watched InfoWars before. It's been a while. I feel like before he went completely cray-cray, although he has been crazy for a while. Yeah, I was watching his show way back in the day when he was talking about, was all about the cabal and the big families and all the money and, the banking elite and how they're controlling everything, just all the conspiracy stuff that we all know about. I stopped watching. He was just, clearly out of it, clearly out there. So I stopped watching him a long time ago, and this whole thing with Sandy Hook is really coming back to bite him in the butt. But apparently he was one of the funders and organizers of the insurrection. So they're subpoenaing him as well. And let's see what the cards have to say about Alex Jones. Alex Jones. I'm trying to get a good shuffle on these. All right, Alex Jones. How is Alex Jones going to be responding to his subpoena? Let's take a look. Oof, 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, and the World. Okay, So what this Three of Swords is telling us right here is that he's emotionally distraught. All right, he's dealing with some serious emotional issues. There's betrayal in this card, regret, heartbreak, pain, loss. It's all here. So I think, right off the bat, Alex Jones is in a really bad place. He's just devastated, in fear, in regret, and in loss. Okay, he cannot. This is where he's sitting right now, daggers in his heart. He's scared. He absolutely has to be scared. And I wouldn't be surprised, we all know he already has family issues. This has got to be adding to the layers of evidence and proof that, like, his ex-wife is going to use against him to hold the kids back and so forth and so on. This is hurting him in a personal way. So then we're moving on to the Four of Cups, which is telling us that he's stuck in a place where he doesn't see any good choices. He's got no good options. All of the choices in front of him are just unattractive, unappealing. He doesn't quite know what to do. He doesn't quite know what choice to make. He's got some options, but he doesn't know which one is right and which one is wrong. So he's kind of procrastinating, kind of stalling out, thinking, trying to think things over. What should I be doing? What should I be doing? What's the right decision here? So I think this subpoena was a huge blow, and he doesn't know what to do. He's still undecided. For the final card here, we have the World, which this indicates to, okay, so this is the ending and a beginning, right? It's a grand ending and a new cycle is beginning for him. It's also exposure on the world stage. So I'm going to take this to mean that Alex Jones is going to come in. He's going to come in and he's going to testify. Everyone across the world is going to see it. It's going to be on media. The whole world is going to be watching. A cycle has ended for him. This subpoena, or I should say him testifying, coming into the committee, that's going to be a grand ending for Alex Jones. Not necessarily that nothing's going to follow, because this promises a new beginning, but there's an ending here for him, a big one, and it's televised. Okay, so that would tell me, yeah, he's probably going to show up. So just to round out the dark side of this reading, let's take a quick look at Trump. I don't think he's shown himself too much these days, except for his announcements from the 45th president of the United States. Those are doozies. Okay, so for any of you who might be new to my channel, I think he's absolutely insane, and that he's a harm to the country. If you're gonna fuss and fight at me, or expect me to be completely unbiased, I'm not a journalist, okay? I'm a tarot reader. I'll tell you straight up how I feel, but then I take a look at what the cards have to say about things, because I do, regardless of my own opinion, I always want the truth. I always want the truth, and I want to use my intuition to get at what's really going to be happening, or how people are, where people really are sitting. So, oh my God, these cards just do not want to shuffle. Trump, Trump, Trump. How's he doing? How is Trump doing? Okay. How's Trump? Just do a nice cut here, and I'll bring you down just for laying it out. How's Trump these days? King of Swords. Ooh, 9 of Wands. And 9 of Swords. So we've got a king, we've got 2 9s, we've got 2 swords. All right, let's take a look. So, how's Trump doing? King of Swords. at first thought I would say, okay, this is Trump in this way, that way. But I think what I'm feeling with this King of Swords is that Trump is feeling absolutely besieged by all the different legal matters that are being thrown at him right now. Each of these swords is another lawsuit, another accusation, another investigation, another crime he committed he's trying to hide, another person who's going after him, right? He's feeling besieged, attacked by all these swords. Who's the king? There's a lot of kings. There's a lot of people going after him right now. But there might be one in particular that he might be nervous of. Maybe it's Merrick Garland, could be Letitia James. They're not always gender specific, but I definitely feel like he is feeling the knives coming for him. Okay, that's where I'm getting with that. Alternatively, or another layer on the meaning could be that at the same time, he still is feeling that he's the king. He's still feeling entitled. He still feels like he should be on the throne. He's got all the ideas. He's got all the weapons. He's got everything he, wants to use to move in his way in the world. But multiple layers can definitely be the case with tarot. But really what I'm getting from this is all these knives, right? All these swords, they're coming for him, and he knows it and he's feeling it, which is why with the Nine of Wands, he's feeling beat down, okay? All of these wands, all this, he's just, there's so much work. There's so much defending himself. There's so many statements that he feels he needs to rebut, wrongs against him that he needs to fight. He's feeling, I think, he's feeling the brunt of it, the burden of it. He's feeling kind of beaten down. He would never show us that because that's not who he is. He always has to put on that strong facade. But I think it's getting to him. He's feeling beat down. He's barely hanging on. He's got a little bit of hope hanging on to that last one there, but he's kneecapped, all right? He's being brought low. He's feeling low. And this is just reinforcing that with the Nine of Swords, just the sleepless nights, the angst, the anxiety, just the, what's the word I'm looking for? The paranoia, the nightmares. He can't sleep at night. Everyone's out to get him. His brain is spinning. He can't stop the thinking. He just is in a really bad place right now. And none of that is a surprise because he brought it all on himself. So Trump is feeling persecuted. He's feeling the victim. But in a real sense, those worries are real because he did those deeds and people are, sorry, I'm just picking up my cards here. People are investigating, trying to bring him down. They are trying to bring him down, and he knows it. He's feeling it. He's full of anxiety. So he's erratic, and that's where he's sitting right now. Okay, so let's just, I don't want to keep it always with these negative people. Let's take a quick look at Biden. See how Biden's doing. Let's see how Biden's doing. Frankly, I'm hearing about his really low approval ratings, and I'm floored. I don't even know why he would have really low approval ratings right now. The only thing that I'm really upset at him for is that he's not on Merrick Garland's ass to start, throwing some people in jail. But as we know, he wanted to keep the White House and the Attorney General's office separate, like it should be. So, Biden. How are you doing? 3 cards for Biden. Biden, how are you doing? Okay. Bring it down just for the laying of the cards. Ooh, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Sun. How nice. Right. So for the Ace of Wands, here's this beautiful card. I love this deck. So he's working. Oh my God, he is working. He's got initiatives and ideas like crazy. He's got a lot of work to do. A lot of things he wants to do. He wants to get his hands dirty, right? He wants to, metaphorically speaking, he wants to get things done. He's got big ideas and just work. This guy, he's not in there to be a figurehead. He's not in there to for the pension for the rest of his life. He's in there because he wants to do work for the American people. He's got ideas and work to do, okay? And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. With the Knight of Swords, here we are. Well, the knights are showing today. So again, this is him going into battle. This is him doing that work, fighting with Congress, fighting with the GOP, you know, fighting with this group or that person or whatnot, going into battle, trying to win the war, getting that work done. He's the shining knight, all right? He's the hero here on behalf of America. And I love, you know, this blue, this shade of blue just always follows Biden around. And, you know, for good reason. It's just his color for me in these cards. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's still fighting for us. And this is telling us it is a fight. This isn't slow going. There are forces arrayed against him. But he has the upper hand as far as the knight goes. He's experienced in what he's doing. Okay, and for the last card, we have the Sun. So this is telling us be optimistic, be hopeful. This is promising him success, promising him joy, success, good exposure, better opportunities, you know, a brighter tomorrow. And with this wheel of time and the wheel of karma going around, this is also telling me that the changes that he's making are karmic to our nation. They're big changes. This isn't just a little law here, something there. He's really, the wheel of karma, the wheel of time is turning with what he's bringing to the country and the changes that he's making. So we all kind of have heard these stories about he wants to be like, was it Roosevelt with the New Deal and make these big changes that really restructure the United States. This is telling us, yes, this is the level of change and opportunity and betterment that we can expect if he's successful. And of course, the Sun promises success. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there for today for my first video back with you all. Just want to keep them a little shorter. That's part of what I want to do. But thank you for coming back to watch my video. I also want to let you know that I am available for personal readings. If you want to visit morganagalaxia.com, you can check me out there. Otherwise, I'll see you again in a few days. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being back with me. And until next time, all right, take care. Bye.